I know what you're thinking, not this clown again. Well, don't worry, I'm going to get ready to get the ball rolling and start the show. Our first speaker tonight is Kris Teegardin. He's the director of the Wisconsin Cannabis Association. He is the former mayor of Edgewater, Colorado, which was the first municipality in the world to codify and regulate the sale of cannabis. He also served as the vice chair of Colorado's first judicial committee for jurisdiction, which is, if you didn't know, those are two important issues for libertarians. And he is here to tell you why and how they are working to reform cannabis here in Wisconsin. So everybody please give a warm round of applause for Mr. Kris Teegardin.
How are we doing this evening? Good, everybody's warm here in Wisconsin. This is my second winter, and I'm still not used to it. So yes, I am the former mayor of Edgewater, Colorado, a small municipality in the Denver metro area. We had 6 dispensaries within 1 square mile. And I don't have to tell you that we had no problems with those 6 dispensaries in town, all day, open until midnight. And it was a wonderful experience. And I married a fine woman, a U.S. National Guard combat medic from Kimberly, Wisconsin, and we wanted to raise our kids back in the Midwest. I'm originally from Indiana, and I was very turned off by politics in 2016, and I have to admit I'm a former Democrat. But when the special interests and the hardcore status really showed their wings to me, I had to turn around and I had to leave. One of the things that I can at least be proud to say to enter politics again is to have criminal justice reform, end the war on drugs, and specifically, let's legalize cannabis in Wisconsin. So we are a newly formed group called the Wisconsin Cannabis Association. We are going to be business-minded, but the major focus for us is to make sure that the legalization process on the state level is free market-based. Anybody can look all across the United States, and anybody can point to any number of states. But I will pick on Illinois today. Can we pick on Illinois? Okay. Well, right now, their licensing process is very competitive. And when I say competitive, they have a point system and an administrative service that picks winners and losers for cannabis licenses. And the more competitive the licensing process and application process on the state level and those bureaucratic and red tape regulations, the price to get into the cannabis business goes up and up and up. So that's crony capitalism at its finest for a plant that grows out of the earth. So one of the things that we're going to focus on for the WCA is bringing industry knowledge. I do consulting for a cannabis consulting company across the United States, which is Denver-based. But we want to bring those resources and education to any elected official. Libertarians who can get elected. Dr. Joe Jorgensen, who is the only candidate who is speaking substantive of cannabis reform. But we'll take anybody who is going to push our ideas forward. And that is make sure that that is a very, very least restrictive process. What we can do, though, on the local level is we can push for decriminalization ordinances. We can push our local elected officials to support resolutions for medical and or retail cannabis. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be on the local level, on the state level, all over the state. We're going to legitimize the movement more. And we would like nothing more than help from the Libertarian Party, because I love the Libertarian principles of, well, liberty, individual choice and responsibility, and free association, folks. It doesn't get any better than that. It's the values of this country. So thank you very much. If you guys have any questions, give me a holler. We'll have a website up and running soon and getting more content and everything pushing. Wisconsin Cannabis Association, Kris Teegardin. Let's elect Dr. Jorgensen, the first female president of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen.